Okay, this is the Te Deum for violins video, piece that we sight read just this week in orchestra class. In fact, I wrote it out because one of my groups here, one of my younger groups here is playing this piece, and it was such a delightful piece. Actually, it came out of my wedding folders. I get paid money to play this piece. Everybody, all brides love this piece, but this is an arrangement of the one that was in my wedding folder. I did a couple of changes to it. The only thing to me that's tricky about this piece is that it starts with a pickup, just like the first movement of Dance Suite starts with a pickup. It has a first and second ending, which is a little tricky. It shouldn't be for those of you in book 2. It has a D sharp at letter D, measure 15, I think. It has a D sharp in it. So that's high 3 on the A string. And most of you have played that. So anyway, I'm going to play this all the way through. And just like the other videos, I suggest that you listen a couple of times and then try to play along with the video, because you need to listen a couple of times so you know where you are in your music so you won't get lost. All right? It's important that you play what you can. Remember, we talked about this in the last video. Anything you can't play, sit out for that measure and come back in. But always be ready to come back in. Don't get lost. Counting and rhythm are the most important things so you won't get lost. Notes are the next most important thing. I'd rather you play the correct rhythm and maybe miss a note than to play the right note at the wrong time. Then bowings are the least important thing. So if you're having trouble with your slurs, forget about the slurs. We'll get those later. All right? Rhythm. Because a lot of you have this habit of when you see a slur, you think you're supposed to play the notes fast. I haven't figured that one out yet. Okay, so we're going to do this one at 77 because I love sevens. Those of you who know me know I love sevens. And my phone is ringing, so I have to pause this video. It's my husband. He's probably lost. Sorry about that. That was my husband. All right. So without further ado, we are going to play Te Deum at 77. So here's the beat. Okay, I got to turn it up. For some reason, it got soft. There you go. Sorry about that. I think it's Bluetooth going on somewhere. All right, so about this fast. Okay, I want to take the repeat. I want to do the first and second endings. So we're going to start on beat 4. I'll say 1, 2, 3, and then I'll start playing. So get your bow on the A string. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. Second ending. 1. 2, 3. All right. I think that the trickiest part of this is actually the note, starting with the note before letter C. The note before letter C is what we're calling, remember, a pickup, because it goes with the melody, but it's the last note in the measure before, right? The beginning of this piece, from letter A to letter C, it's just like letter E to the end. So when you're practicing without the video, I think starting the note before letter C is a good place to start because that's so different. And I think that the trickiest thing about this piece are the eighth notes. Let me start with the trickiest of the tricky. At letter C, starting at letter C, the 1, 2, 3, the fourth measure after letter C, which is measure 14, you have a tie. You have a half note, which is the note that has the head just circle with a line on it, and then it's tied to the first eighth note in a group of 4 eighth notes. You see the 4 eighth notes? And that half note is tied. It looks like a slur, but it's not a slur. It's a tie. It's tied over. So you're going to play. That measure is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. That first note gets 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Just practice that with me. Get your first finger down. So the notes are going to be 1, 2, 1, E. Just find those notes. So we have the notes. We have to have the rhythm. So the rhythm is going to be 1, 2, 1, E. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 1, E. That's the rhythm there. Okay? And then the next measure is a little bit tricky because the first thing you do, as soon as you hit that measure, you have to have that D sharp. So you're going to be going 1. Just really reach for that. 1, 2, 1, E, 3. Okay? So that's the tricky part. All right? So please practice so that next time we can play a little bit better. All right? Okay, thank you.